So if you've been following the news, you saw that Steam recently released the announcement for their own console, the Steam machines. We had been hearing rumors about it for a while. There was nothing really concrete. Back when Windows 8 first came out, Gabe Newell basically tore Microsoft a new one. He said it was a crap console, or crap OS, and he didn't want anything to do with it. And he hinted then at possibly Valve doing their own thing. And we didn't really hear anything for a while. We got kind of rumors here and there, and there was a leak that we didn't know if it was true or not for a controller. And rumors that they were joining up with other hardware developers and things like that. But still nothing concrete. The most that we ever saw was at a trade show. Gabe was there with a prototype for something for some computer that they were working on. It was supposed to have a modular design and the future and all this, but there was never any official announcement until now. They came out in a series of 3 announcements. First was the SteamOS, their own Linux-based operating system, which would be infinitely hackable. It would be completely free to anybody that wanted to use it. And there was speculation that it would be tied into their Steam box, or the Gabe Cube, as some people were calling it. And sure enough, the next announcement was for the hardware. They're calling it the Steam machines. It's supposed to be a console/computer hybrid running on the SteamOS, so it's Linux based, and would be able to link to your current Steam account and to any game that was currently available, and not just play the game, but you could even stream it from your computer. So built in, because it's Linux based, you could access any Steam game that can run on Linux. And if it's Windows or a Mac program, you could stream it from that computer and be able to play it on your TV. The third announcement was a controller that we had heard rumors about. When you first see it, it looks kind of weird. It doesn't have analog sticks. It has these track pads. The buttons are not stuck on one side. They're in the middle around a small LCD screen. And the first you see it and it's like, what the hell is this? And everybody's saying, oh, it looks weird, and it doesn't look like it'd be comfortable to use. I'm just thinking, what was the first thing you thought when you saw the DualShock controller for the first time? Or even worse, the N64 controller. Even now, it looks weird as hell, but when you actually used it, it felt comfortable, it felt natural. So there was no problem with it. And I'm thinking this will be the same. I can't really judge how well it'll be usable, but you kind of have to get your hands on it to really try it. So that's what I'm thinking with this. It's like once you get it, then you'll be like, oh, okay. And they said that that'll be hackable as well. You don't even have to use that. You can use a 360 controller or a regular third-party gamepad, or you can use a mouse and keyboard if you want. The controller is designed to have the same sensitivity that you can get with a mouse. So it's supposed to ease the transition from keyboard and mouse over to using a controller. Now, what I think of this I'm a big Valve fan, so I'm kind of excited for it. And I do think that this will bring much needed stability to the PC game market. I'm not much of a PC gamer, and I have the same arguments that a lot of other people have, is that you have issues trying to do PC games. You have to worry about compatibility, you have to worry about having the right hardware. Oh, you get a video card, but some games won't run it. If you have an NVIDIA video card, then some games will be like, oh, screw you. The same if you have a Radeon, same if you have an Intel, that sometimes you'll run into compatibility issues. With a console, you never have to deal with that. And you also never have to deal with having to upgrade constantly and shit like that. It's just easier to use. I prefer it over PC. And I like using a controller more than a mouse and a keyboard. So this kind of bridges the gap. What it does is it brings a little more stability to the PC game market, but also brings the modding community into the console market, which that's always been the one thing that PCs have had over consoles, is the ability to mod. And this will give you that ability. Now, my only concern is my setup right now, I already have my computer hooked into my television. So I'm not sure how much of a benefit this will give me. So what I'm waiting to see, and I think what a lot of people are waiting to see, is what, if any, exclusives are they going to have? Are they going to have games come out when this thing comes out that are made specifically for it? I mean, there's a lot of people are hoping that one of the announcements will be Half-Life 3. You know, there's been speculations that the reason that it didn't come out is they've been waiting for something big. You know, either for this or for Source 2, Source 2 engine. And we've never really known, like, why, you know. But that's just idle speculation. Right now, this looks cool, and I'm waiting to see what more they come out. Like I said, I don't know how much benefit it's going to have to me, since I already have my PC hooked to my computer, and I get full HD, and I don't have to worry about it. And I've used their big screen mode, and I'd rather just use the regular Steam app. It's never been that big of a deal for me. So we'll just wait and see, what comes out in the future. If they announce any games for it. So what are your thoughts? Do you think that this is worthwhile? Do you think it's a good thing, a bad thing? Let me know.